This is day 61, and the main mistake I made in Dual Victory Crash Cup is messing up pre-edits and endgame. So, this game, I'm pretty stacked, 105 and 100 builds. My teammate unfortunately messed up his jetpack, but it's all good. I eventually get to him. He's in a very good spot. What I like here is I get the floor here, and I hold it, so I know I can get doubles. I get doubles. The play doesn't work, but it's fine. Now I'm trying to go deeper and look for kills. And I'm looking around. This is what I love. I would say I played this tournament really, really well, right? I'm doing a lot of good things here. I'm looking around for kills. But the problem is, there's 3 things wrong with the pre-ed I'm about to do. 1, this team is deeper than us and can easily pre-edit us. I knew this guy was a solo, so like he's not gonna pre-edit us. This is kind of too far, so the only real threat is this team. But because this team is one like block further than us, they could easily pre us. Like if this is like Clicks and Higgs, we're getting preed right here, and we're probably dead. So I need to make 2 boxes out. That's the first thing. The second thing is this is a good selection. Why? Because they're focused on something else. They're spraying this guy, right? So knowing that, I tell my teammate get a pre, but the problem is there's a cone here. And yeah, in most games, this cone won't matter. But what if this solo, instead of being here healing, was in this cone and then he griefs one of our games? That can happen. Or if this is their cone and they can edit it or something, right? And the last mistake is I don't block off the sides. This guy, if he sees me, shoots me, places a wall, places a floor above me, I'm dead. This guy, if he wanted to, he could do something. You know, like if there's a team deeper, they can shoot us. This is just so bad. I didn't block off 3 angles. So my teammate is just hesitant to come down with me. So then I get pumped 100, but luckily this guy's low. So my teammate pumps him and then he dies. But that pre-edit could have been really bad. And I eventually die later to like something I don't really know what I could have done differently, but I could have easily died there from either that team or a third party, and it just shows I got to clean up my pre-edits a little bit. The mistake I make this game is like a super small little thing that seems very significant, but it did lead to like our game going down a different path. So right now, I need metal. My teammate is cat metal, but I only have 189. So I have a couple options, right? On this zone pool, I could go Lethal Labs, but I don't want to go there. Why? Because it's center map. There could be kids lurking here. Obviously, there's no one here, but I don't know that. Next is this gas station, but it's usually taken. Next is the hot air balloon. This house or whatever up there on the mountain, and then a bumpy bay. So I have a couple options. So knowing that, I go over here to the hot air balloon and I check like if there's a kid here. And then when I get close, I had visuals and I heard them breaking stuff. So I did. But the problem is I instantly go bumpy here, but bumpy should be the last option. I don't want to go in POIs because I can get lurked on easily. So what I should have done here is do multiple things at once. Come up the hill right here, check gas station. If it's fully farmed, check this mountain. If that's fully farmed, check this. And because they're here, then we go bumpy as a last resort. Or we just go Lethal Labs and just say, okay, it's center zone, and we're just going to have to take this risk and just go center, and it's fine if we get keyed, because at least we're going to be in a good position. And that's what I should have done. But instead, I go bumpy, I go the other way zone, and then eventually we're going to have to run back this way when it pulls over here. So it's a little small thing, but it does have a big impact on our game later. In the next game, I also do something that's kind of retarded. So right now, I'm at like 250 metal, right? And knowing my drop spot, I basically know what metal, like how much metal I can get from each spot. So I know this gives around 90 to 100, and this is like 250. So if you just think logically, okay, you need 250 metal. So if you go here, you still won't have enough. So you're going to have to get more somewhere else. So why not just go here instead? But I guess I just, like, I don't know, I was just droning, or I literally didn't think about that. But we come here and we farm this, right? Like, nice. We farm all this. And then I'm like, oh wait, I don't have enough metal. So then I have to run back to this building and I have to go get the rest of my metal. And obviously, this game, like, nothing happens because of this. But we do lose out on better positioning up here because this team is already up here. And what if, like, there's just a higher chance of getting keyed because you're out in the open more, and higher chance of getting lurked on because you're moving around, like, so much shit that, like, it's little stuff like this that, like, can get you killed for, like, the stupidest reasons. What I do bad in this game is I'm not aware enough of the fact that a team can pre-edit me because they're right next to us on our layer. So here, I scout through my cone, which is good, right? And obviously you want to, like, look for threats, and it's like, this guy in wood is not going to come and tarp to us and pre-edit us, you know what I'm saying? But this is pretty close. And obviously I'm scouting. I see this, okay, we're good. I'm popping big. Nice. But the next time I look through my cone, now you can see that they built over here. And they didn't have to. Obviously, they're in zone right here. They didn't need to make this extra box. And now they're connected to us on our layer, which means at any time, if we start fighting, they can pre-edit us. So this is just, like, bad awareness by me. I should have known, like, okay, let me make an extra box up or out so that we're safe. Luckily, I had the reaction time of a god this tournament, and I felt so good this tournament. So they pre-edited me. I flipped the cone at a perfect timing. Then my teammate bops one, 200s him to the head. Then when his teammate tries to hit me, I reset the wall. So I was, like, feeling swifty as fuck. But if that team was good, I probably would have died. If they would have done the pre-edit faster, like, everything is just better, then I probably would have died there. So I should have been able to avoid dying there by just noticing that they're really close to us and they can pre-edit us and we're on edge, so they might need a kill, and they did. And just, like, be safe because we have really good mats. This is simply my hypothesis for this game. So we're coming in late on the jetpack because we got a max pull and we were on congested side, but we also realize it pulls up a mountain and we're not going to greed going up all the way in one go. So we do the right play. We pause here, make the box early, wait for our jetpack to come, and then we go. Now, when I saw this, I was like, wow, this is going to be bad. So my first instinct was to try to edge in here so we don't get lobbied. But the problem with that is that it's not fully in. We would have to go, like, over here. So, like, this is not a bad spot, but it's kind of hard to tell. I did mark edge, but, like, it's so hard to tell, you know? So what I should have done, the guarantee play that would have worked was jetpack, land right here, ramp this team, build up, connect to this team as well, or connect to the mountain or something, and then just build up, kind of like this team. Not all this, but we're going to have to invest mats here. That's a given, and we might take damage, but it's fine. As long as we both survive, that's all that matters. But I end up, like, landing down here, and then my teammate dies because he thinks we're going up, which is the right play in my opinion. So yeah, what I think I should have done, build up, connect, ramp up, and now we're on height, so our next zone rotates actually easier, and it's easier to get surge, which there's not going to be surge this game, but I think that's what it helped us for sure. So yeah, I end up going here, and the reason why I think this would have worked is because, look, this team ramps up here and literally would, bro. They have hards too, so I don't know what they're doing, but this worked. Like, they literally just ramped this team, boom, and now they're chilling because they're fully connected to a bunch of stuff, and they're on height now, so they're in a good spot. It's a jetpack. It's hard to get greed for the next zone, so it's simply a hypothesis, but I do have a lot of confidence in that hypothesis that, because I've done this in the past before and it's worked, but it's not like exactly a rule I have. But yeah, I think if I would have done that, we would have survived. Unfortunately, today, we didn't end up qualifying for the Dual Victory Cash Cup. We got 2,383rd. But what was good is that I didn't go into the tournament with any expectations, whether we got 0 points or if we got first place. Like, I didn't really care. I had no expectations at all. And I felt like we played really well. Better than our past tournaments, even in the ones that we qualified. But we dudded because of some small mistakes and some getting, like, unlucky a little bit off spawn, and We got griefed by a hot air balloon in endgame. So there was a couple things like that. That was a little bit unfortunate, but I think overall we played really good. It was just like one little mistake that would like mess up our whole game, even though if we played perfectly up to that point. So I want to say the results really show the full picture. I think we've improved a lot, even though the points don't show at all, but it's fine. And I tried out my new eating routine to save time, and it was pretty miserable. So like eating 1 pound of grass-fed ground beef by itself is so difficult, and then I had to like put it the other pound in the fridge and eat it later, and that was even worse. So what I'm doing now is I'm going back to my old routine where I eat my full meal in the morning, which is still going to take time, obviously. So can't really do anything about that. But my second meal is going to be the flexible meal, where whenever I can find time, I'm just going to like start cooking my sweet potatoes, and I can leave it unattended. And then once it's done, I can get my yogurt and then bring it upstairs, and I can eat that. So I'm going to save at least like 30 minutes, probably 30 to 45, 30 to an hour a day, which is actually good. If when you compound it over a month or a year, that's going to be a lot of time. I can save to play more scrims, to get better, VOD, all that good stuff. And yeah, today the main mistake, there wasn't really like a really bad mistake, but if I had to point out one thing, the main mistake was not abiding by creative rules in endgame.